salaries of American citizens. The United States Supreme Court has consistently ruled that the income tax is a tax on profits and gains, not on labor and wages. On behalf of the American people, I challenge the IRS to show me a statute that allows a direct, unapportioned tax on the wages and labor of the American people. And if I'm wrong, I will give my most humble apologies to the IRS. If the IRS is wrong, and there is no law, then every person has been jailed. If this is a nation of laws and a free country, then the IRS should show the law to the American people.
How about
I
that?
felt an overwhelming need to understand why juries were finding innocent people guilty of not filing a tax return when there was no law requiring them to do so.
Did you know that?
So I went to talk to Marcy Brooks, a juror who used her common sense and did not allow the judge to rear the jury into a guilty verdict.
How about that?
He was being tried for 4 counts of not filing his income tax.
Okay.
And our question was, well, what is to decide? Either he did or he didn't. It never occurred to us that he might actually be innocent while at the same time not filing. In the federal government, it is not a felony not to file taxes. Finally, they said, okay, if we're going to get this guy, we're going to have to put it in the state. They called up the IRS agent, Agent Craner.
Craner.
This is Ken Doherty, who's also an investigator with the Illinois Department of Revenue.
Official request for a copy of the delegation of authority order.
Right, and I talked to my boss about that, and he said that my badge is that.
Badge is the authority. I thought it had to be right.
The last question that the defense asked him was, did you write any of this down? And Agent Craner looked right at him and right at us, and he said, I never wrote anything down. And yet when we saw the video, there he was, writing notes.
How about that?
And so I'm thinking, okay, at this point, the judge is supposed to say, Agent Craner, it is clear that you have committed perjury. It wasn't even noticed. It finally came to the climax. Mr. Harold looked right at the prosecutor, and he said, I will tell you the same thing I have told over and over again to government officials. You show me the law that requires me to file a tax return, and I'll be glad to do it.
And again, I asked, under what was the requirement that you find under the public duty stuff? And the requirement under the regulations is what section? My question to you is, what particular act are we discussing here that I am liable to do these things if you find I'm liable to do?
Your exact question would be again? Yeah, section, that what? But I guess I'm still not understanding your question, Mr. Allen.
Well, you must be familiar with what that you have the police powers to enforce.
The prosecutor absolutely ignored him. And he started slandering Mr. Harrell. Just started attacking his character.
They're calling us tax cheats, they're calling us fanatics, they're calling us weirdos. I don't care what you call me, but I have one question. Where is the law? Show me the law.
Show me the money.
Turn into a rational debate.
How about that?
If they do, they lose it. So they have to...
The IRS is like the crime families, okay? That's what our system is. Now, that movie is called From Freedom to Fascism. Let me put it in the background there. And you can see it on my channel until it gets taken down or whatever happens with all that. Aaron Russo did the video, did an excellent job on it. I've got over 3,250 some videos. I'm right now posting, I'm linking my new video of the moonrise. And let's see, where is it? I'll show you. I'll show you when when the time, this is the video right here. You'll see it before anybody else right now. I've got to upload it. There's a full moon just moments ago. We didn't land on that. It's really close. It's the reality of it. How about that? That's why I do this stuff. People are basing, oh wow, I gotta flip this around. There's, I wanna back up a little bit more. There's clouds behind the moon, by the way. How about that? How does that work? Well, works really freaking awesome. Yeah, Job 37 says the sun is in the midst of the clouds. Let's see, I'm gonna try and get this set up a little bit. I'll take us out there and, oh, I know what I want to have. I gotta grab this because like at 2:30 something this morning, I did a video showing the light beam with my super powered light beam here. I'll go right in the backyard where I was. Okay. And I'll flip this around. Wanted to show you my breath. Kind of interesting, but what's going on here is there's a lot of particulate in the air. It has to do with the weather modification, the modification of people, our gene pool. So the moon is right through the trees there. I'll show you the trees. That's how that looks. We have a really interesting situation. And I'm going to flip this around. And one of the benefits of being able to show you in my neighborhood is because I can just walk out the door and do it. Okay, so there we've got the moon once again. Trying to get my gimbal to, there we go. So we had the moons or the sunset more than an hour ago, like 6:45 or so, where the sun and the moon appear and vanish. Their duration of visibility can't be explained by a spinning, wobbling, gyrating water sphere hurling through space. And where in the heck could a wind? How about that? I lost some of my signal there. Sorry about that. And the sun, moon, and stars move above us. There you go. There it is again. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and post that and say thanks for your public and private encouragement. Hope you enjoy the show. Oh, by the way, you can call me anytime, 1-843-504-1776. And if you should like YouTube Truth stickers, you could send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 169 Cloverleaf Drives where I live. There you go. Not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. Call anytime. Let's see what he's got to say here.
Tax case, who denied Irwin the ability to prove to a jury that there was no law requiring Americans to file an income tax return. He denied Irwin the right to prove to a jury there was no law by stating, "I will not allow the law in my courtroom." But the judge made sure the government never had to show the law as written, telling the jury, you must follow the law. as
So
given."
there's like a 300 and some thousand views of that.
Because the law
Look.
is what the judges say the law is.
The lower courts today will not allow people, especially in tax cases, to bring in Supreme Court decisions as their evidence.
Huh? Well, there you go. They're lying. I ain't buying. But what I would say is you might want to watch the movie before you decide to not file income tax returns. It can get ugly.
American citizen by saying Supreme Court decisions are irrelevant. And again, nothing from the press defending our freedoms.
Ooh. How about that?
So if you ever find yourself as a juror on a tax case, be sure to ask the judge to show you the statute written by Congress that allows the government to tax the wages of the American people. If the judge can't show you the law, then how can you possibly, in good conscience, convict someone and destroy their life?
There you go. Something to think about. What's the truth about that? You decide.